I met a gypsy.
I guess, what Jay's doing, racing in Japan, and then being in the World Championship, like, you actually get to work with factory shit.
Yeah. And that's another thing I didn't touch on. In Hamamatsu, where, like, Jay is, that area, that's where Yamaha is.
Yeah.
And that's Yamaha Motorsports, not music, just Yamaha Motorsport. So, like, jet skis, buggies, dirt bikes, boat motors, all that. And then the next city over is Yamaha Music, like amplifiers, all that stuff.
Really?
But, like, Hamamatsu's got, like, a population of 2.9 million. So that's bigger than Sydney.
Yeah.
And, dude, like, a massive percentage of that city is just Yamaha. And you forget that it all comes from somewhere. Like, just all these bikes that people are riding, like, they're not just built in a fucking shed.
Yeah.
And you go into, like, the industrial area, and we're in the museum, like the Yamaha Museum, all the, like, Stefan Evert's bikes, Jay's bikes in there now, like, all the new boat stuff. Like, it's pretty sick. And you just look out of the top level of this museum, and for as far as you can see, it's just Yamaha factories. It's just like, holy shit.
Really?
They got their own football stadium because they got their own football team. Like,
what?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like, that's just for the workers, and yeah, like, a lot of people just, are Yamaha workers.
That's insane.
It's pretty cool.
How many total, Google Yamaha, how many total employees does Yamaha have as a company? It'd have to be one of the biggest companies in the world. Be very interested to know. 52,000 employees. Oh, that's just for the motor company. Yamaha Corporation has 28,000. Fuck, that's insane.
Suzuki's still got 68.
Yeah, I wonder if that's that'd be everything though, by the looks of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just 52,000 people working for Yamaha Motors. That's fucking insane.
That's one of the first things I kind of, like, forgot. I was like, oh, Jay's like, we're going to go to the Yamaha today, like the museum. And I was like, oh, yeah, and then we're driving in. I'm just like, everywhere I looked, there was just Yamaha signs, and I was like, it actually, like, you forget, man, and it all comes from somewhere. Like, think about Toyota cars. Like, they don't just fucking turn up on a boat. Like, they get loaded from somewhere, and it's pretty cool. And that was another cool experience in Japan.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, like a lot of their technology, it all comes from there.
Yeah, well, and you think about it too, you think we're so used to, like, super cheap labour, shit being made in China, and then you know that the living conditions aren't that good in China, and that there's people that are working those factories aren't making that much money. But then when you go to, like, a Japanese built product, like Yamaha, those bikes are built by people that get paid, like, a really good wage, work in really good working conditions, and with a really good average or, like, kind of low income. Like, that is pretty impressive that they can be so competitive in today's world when it's everything's so cheap.
Well, you think about, like, a Toyota car. If anybody can afford a Toyota, they're probably going to buy one just because you trust them. And it's the same as a dirt bike, a Japanese dirt bike. They're just about all the same, really. Like, they all last as long and they're as good as each other. But the people that are building them and get them to that point, like, it takes work. And another thing I learned, that a lot of, like, husbands live away from their family, and it's just like do stints kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even like Jay's mechanic, he lives away from his family. He works for Yamaha, goes back, visits his family, and it's a lot of people do that.
Yeah, right.
Just
that's
like,
just a cultural
it's just
thing.
their culture, man. Like, you're not in Australia, and you're not in a Western country. Like, everything's different, man. The way they eat dinner, like the way they sleep, like when they go to sleep, the way they eat, everything. So it was cool to experience that, and you don't really experience that too much when you're with a bunch of Aussie mates at the bottom of a snowfield.
Yeah.
So I was kind of fortunate that I got to do that.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.